Is it gonna work? Let's try. Come on. Come on, work. Okay. It's working. What's up, everyone? I am still here. I still exist. Yeah, haven't had time to really do much. Plus, you know, since Diablo Immortal is kind of my main focus, and interest in that has gone down since Diablo 4 came out. Kind of losing views and stuff. So it's kind of made me not really want to even try to do anything. I do have tons of stuff I've been recording as usual and video ideas. I just haven't been able to get to it. But since I haven't done anything in a while, I figured I'd live stream this vault session, since I am once again Immortals, my clan and my alliance. So that means I get to, it's a lot better than running vault as a shadow, where you have to have the 10-minute cooldown after each run, so you can really only get like 5 runs in the hour, if you're lucky. But as Immortals, you just get to keep going when you're in line. Once it gets to your turn, you get to keep going. So and there's this thing where you can automatically skip if a group that you get matched up with is way stronger than you. It uses your resonance to determine that. Speaking of which, I wanted to do a video about how I finally hit 1K resonance on certain builds, and I was going to actually, this build is almost there, so I was going to upgrade a gem and be like, look, I made it. But on some of my other builds, I already hit it. Maybe I'll do a video on that. But then here's also, check this out, the new Blood Knight cosmetic for weapon and armor. Looks pretty badass on Crusader. And then they also gave the portal cosmetic for the Blood Knight. So that's pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. I've been using it. I like it. People look at me and they're like, whoa, is that a Blood Knight? No, it's not. I'm more of a holy Blood Knight. But I like to look like a Blood Knight. It's just my style. No, I was trying out the cosmetic for a little while. But yeah, so vaulting and using my PVP Dash Build. And since I haven't made a video on this, once you hit Paragon 800, you get to have a second set of weapon and offhand, main hand and offhand, which makes it a lot easier to get resonance higher, because that's 2 more legendary gems you can have. And I lucked out and got these 2 new gems, Spiteful Blood. So if you take damage while you're below half health, for 4 seconds it increases your damage by 4% and makes you invulnerable to primary attacks, which against certain classes like DH or something is pretty sweet. Ones that use their primary a lot. And then Starfire Shard. What does this do again? Oh yeah, that's pretty cool. When you deal damage, you have a 30% chance to have meteors crash down in the area and deal 200% base damage plus 2026. And every 20 seconds you can do that. So pretty good. Let's see, where am I at these days? I have now, as I've always said, wait, let me make sure I'm not messing. All right, it'll pop up. Just because I'm in this screen, it's not gonna stop it, right? Where am I? Oh yeah, so this, for PvP, I'm always, personally, with the way I play and the way I'm kind of, my style of play, really, I'm maximizing life over damage, even though those are the 2 things you want to maximize for PvP. I think probably the last video I made, I was somewhere closer to 10k damage and 160k health, so life. So you can see that's gone up quite a bit now. 12.4k damage and 181k life, which is awesome. But then, as much as I've increased those things, everyone else has too, with the second main hand, offhand. It's just it's getting crazy now. People have crazy high stats. I don't know. This noon to 1 p.m. hour is always much slower than the 7 to 8 p.m. All right, here we go. Here we go. And watch, we'll get like a terrible matchup and I'll lose. No, we're good. We're good. The other people I'm with are like 2k resonance, all of them, I believe. I'll check after this. But let's do this. Running through these guys. All right, here we go. Here we go. We got 2 satyrs and 2 DHs. Kind of weird. Oh yeah, this is a pretty good matchup. Oh, shnikes. Oh boy. Maybe not. There's always one guy that throws you off, even on a good matchup. Oh man, I'm gonna die. Holy crap. Alright, alright. I called it. We're gonna lose the first matchup. But no, we're gonna hang on. We're gonna hang on. We got this. Do we got this? I think we might got this. Yep. Sweet. We got this. And a badass level up on the live stream. Wow. Alright. Gotta get out of here and re-queue, which it should just be automatic. I shouldn't have to click that I want to queue again. Just a minor complaint. Gonna click here, queue, and at some point one of these guys has to leave. Almost had me. Yeah, these are some people I've played with a lot. Let's see what the... So here's the other satyr. Yeah, 2.2k resonance. And then here's one of the DHs. It's going to be more. Yeah, 2.45k. And I think this is 2.5. Oh, 2. About 2k, 2.1k almost. So 2 DHs, 2 satyrs, not the best makeup of a group. You know, it is good to have, in my opinion, 2 melee and 2 ranged, but you do ideally, I think, want all different classes. But it's working out so far, and unfortunately for Shadows, you know, they have no control over who they get matched up with like we do. And it just, as an Immortal, it just tends to be you win a lot in Vault. Sorry, Shadows. Let's see. Go down, sure. Usually have to swing out. Oh yeah, where you get stun locked. Yeah. Yeah, I think there was like probably one, you know, pretty high resonance person in that group, and but it, like I said, it tries to match you up with, I think it uses the average resonance of your group. And so ours is going to be, you know, a little under 2k maybe is the average. And so that last group probably had like a, you know, like a 3, maybe 4k, yeah, like probably 3, and then, you know, some other like 1k guys, and so it evened out to about the same average. So that's why we got matched up with them. That does happen. Like, you're like, oh, this is a good matchup. This guy, I'm killing this guy, I'm killing this guy, and then all of a sudden your health is like, Gladiator procs. Yeah, there's that one. There's always that. It's a good, actually a good strategy, decent strategy as a Shadow to have like a bunch of low resonance people and then one high resonance person. So, as I've said in a past video, what you should do, and this mainly, well, I guess you could do it as a Shadow too. What you should do when you are waiting for your next vault is charge up your ultimate. And, you know, you can also get some other things done. I usually do some bounties, and that's, you know, helpful to do in general, especially as an Immortal where it's one of your daily goals, complete 2 bounties. So that's what I'm going to do. The only kind of drawback here of doing this is you're going to end up proccing some things. Like, you know, there's that Blood Knight portal. You're going to end up proccing some of your legendary gems and various abilities and stuff like that, and they'll end up potentially still being on cooldown when you get into the vault, but I don't know. At least as an Immortal, you get mostly winnable matchups. I don't really care. And, you know, if the trade-off is that I have my ultimate, I think that's pretty worth it, because ultimate is huge. You know, you get like, what is it, 20% of your life as a shield. And you know what? I actually have no idea how the volume is on this, and I can't even check if anyone's like commenting or anything right now. With my free-to-play content creator setup here, and I just kind of rushed to get this set up. I'd already done. We did 2 vault runs before I actually got live. We won them. We won. So yeah, doing some bounties, trying to build up my ultimate, get some monstrous essences. Maybe. Oh my god! I gotta look at my. I'm like what's it called? I'm projecting my phone to my computer. Such a ghetto setup here. You know, probably should just give in and play on my computer. Would certainly make things easier. I just don't have a lot of faith in this 5-year-old mid-range laptop. So, and as I've said, I'm used to playing on the phone now. So, ooh, double conduit globe. So here's another thing. That is the one globe that you can take with you into a vault. So sometimes I'll sit here and like try to time it so it's when we're in position 1, I pick that up right away. Or, you know, if I'm quick enough, the screen will pop up where everyone has to accept to go in, and I can close it real quick and then try to grab this, but, you know, sometimes they hit accept too fast, so. I don't know. It shouldn't really matter. It's just, oh, I'm not going to get to finish this probably before we go. Maybe I will. Yeah, alright. Cool. Another cool thing about just going out into the world and doing stuff while you're waiting for Vault. Here we go. Just in time. And see, I would close that window real quick and grab the conduit globe. As you know, it's one cool trick you can do. So here we go. Another run. Let's see how it works out. Okay. They're waiting for us, so that's probably not a good sign. Oh, what the hell happened there? Oh man, this is not good. Oh boy. Yeah, this is not going to be a win here. Man, come on. Ah!
Burn in a righteous flame.
Yeah, burn in righteous flame. This is literally the first vault I've lost since being Immortal, which, you know, this is day 4. It had to be on my live stream, right? Anybody catch those names of those guys so I can say good game? Can you tell me? Because I won't be able to see your comments anyways. Yeah, well, there's a loss. So it can happen, you know? Being Immortal isn't 100% domination all the time. At least, you know, if you're low resonance like me. Yeah. Wait for everyone. That is one of the, you know, mistakes that can lead to a loss. And you especially see it when you're Immortals, that, you know, because usually you're going to win most vault matchups, people just rush in and don't, you know, be smart about it and group up. Yeah, I'm not going to wait to get that kind of a globe. We're 9th in line. So I got to rebuild my ultimate. Rebuild. Charge up. You know what I mean. I know you know what I meant. And here we go. So I gotta remember just to use my primary. Just sit there. Just primary. Let's go. Build that thing up. Charge it up. Not build it up. Idiot. Alright, we're done with that. I can't walk through there. What? Am I? What's... That was weird. It was like not moving correctly. I was in the back when the fight started. Yeah. Yep. Well, you know, if they're waiting for you at the bottom of the stairs, that also usually means they're a pretty strong group. Because, you know, they're strong enough where they can just... I don't know. It just... That tends to mean that. The stronger groups tend to do that. I've been with, you know, high resonance people as a shadow, and they're like, let's just wait at the bottom of the stairs. But as a shadow, especially if you're free to play, casual, whatever, low resonance, I think rushing to the boss is the best strategy. Up, see those meteors coming down? That was the whatever gem, Starfire shard. I really think rushing the boss is the best strategy for shadows. Because it gives you, usually, you know, you have enough time to run over there and kill the boss, and he drops a bunch of health globes, which will help in the battle. And then, you know, you don't have to worry about other mobs around you attacking you. You're in like a nice little spot at the end of the level there. What else was I going to say? I don't know. Rushing the boss, I think, is the best strategy. For shadows, obviously. And I don't know what... Someone comment if you know. I don't know what determines... Like, when you're a shadow and you go onto the 4th floor... Sometimes just the second you're in the 4th floor, it says the Immortals have been alerted. There's nothing you can do. There were no Wardens or anything. It just alerts them right away. And I don't know what causes that. It seems to happen more than it used to. A lot. It seems like it happens almost all the time. But occasionally, you will get the chance where it didn't warn them, and there's some Wardens that pop up on your run to the boss. And so one of you can stay there and just keep them from... alerting. I usually don't do that. I just kind of like stun them just to get a couple extra seconds before they alert and then keep going. But that can be helpful if one person stays behind and can keep the Wardens from alerting the Immortals. So yeah, rush the boss as a shadow. It's a good way to go. What? It's just movement. I don't know. It's being weird. Oh, you know what it is? So I have it set where on my phone it matches the aspect ratio of what it's projecting to, which is, you know, a standard widescreen, 16:9. Even though my phone is like 21:9 or some weird thing. So I'm not used to where the movement thing is here. It's a little moved over from where it usually is. Excuses! Alright, we got the ultimate. So, if anyone watching this doesn't know about this build, what did I do? Oh, I completed 2 bounties. My PVP Dash Build, I do have a video on it, and I will link it below at some point. I just kind of threw this together, or, you know, like, let me just go live real quick because I haven't done anything in a while. But I can, oh, I have a Paragon point to use, which is another topic about builds for PvP. So you can see here the stats that I'm getting out of it. Besides, like, Gladiator, having all of these things, this one right here is like, oh wait, is that the one? Yeah, where you drop a trap. That's not as important. But all of these other ones, especially Cheat Death, are a must in my opinion. Unless you happen to be, you know, very high resonance and you don't really usually get killed in PvP, then, you know, maybe you want to go with one of these other things, especially if you have, you know, Mastermind, if you have 4 different classes. But for PvP builds, you want to maximize your damage and your life as much as possible. So this is 41,000 life right there and 4,200 damage. That's the most... Actually, you know what? That's the most I can get right now because I haven't done... See, these last 2... These are the 3 new Paragon trees. They only give you this one when you hit when you hit Paragon 800. But for these other 2, I need to... Let's see, unlocked after advancing to... Oh, okay, I just need to advance to Inferno 2 and 3. I thought it said something like you had to do the Heliquary Gauntlet or something. So at least until I unlock those, and I can't really look at what's in there, but I assume there's some more damage and life nodes in there. Until you unlock those, this is the most life and damage you can get. Did I queue? Okay. Got a little scared there. This is the most damage and life that you can get out of your Paragon points. You should do that for your PvP builds, all the life and all the damage nodes. And then, depending on your playstyle, you know, if you're more damage oriented, then the next step is get all the armor pen. But if you're more like kind of trying to be more tanky and survivey, it's a word, I promise. Then, like me, then you do armor first. Even though those 2 things don't make a huge difference, but you know, you already did all your life and damage, so the next best thing to do for me, I did armor because I'm trying to survive more. Then armor pen, and then potency and resistance. I feel like are kind of between the 2, with me again trying to be surviving and stuff. I've been doing resistance first, so I'm going down the line, getting all the resistance. Oh, shoot. I forgot. I'm just standing in the open. Alright, I would teleport back to town, but if I'm in the middle of a teleport when our queue runs up, it could mess it up. So I'm just going to stay here. I think I have enough time before those mobs in this spot spawn again. So first I did all my life and damage, then all of the armor, then all the armor pen. Now I'm doing all the resistance. And where was I? I think I'm up. Well, actually, I don't. Am I on? Yeah, right here. Going down through all the Paragon trees. I've made it to that one. In terms of, you know, finding all the resistance nodes. You know, to try to resist some CCs. And resistance, you can actually notice slight changes. Oh, has it changed? Wait a minute. Wait, am I looking at... maybe this is different. I haven't really looked at this recently. It used to be that, you know, as you slowly increase your resistance, you can actually see these percentages change. But for potency, it used to be that, oh yeah, so for players, it's still, yeah, it used to be that you need like hundreds of potency to actually see those percentages change. So that's why I prioritize resistance over potency. Although again, it's because I'm trying to do more surviving than damage, and even though this is kind of a CC build, you know, I'm a weaker player, so I want to resist those CCs more than I want to give them out. And even though with my low potency, these CCs get cut in half the time, it's still very helpful. It's still, you know, like a second that they're stunned. So, very helpful. What's this? Oh, kill enemies in Cheshire. I don't want to do it because I don't want to proc stuff. And so that sucks because that won't be there when I come back. But I don't think I would finish it before we go. Although, you never know. I mean, we're number 1. We're next in line. But it will skip over us if the matchup is too hard because I put the auto skip on. And if you don't put it on, then it brings up a warning showing you when there's a stronger matchup, and it shows you all those players, and you can like inspect them and stuff, but it only gives you like 5 or 10 seconds, so you don't really have time to really look at it. So auto skip, here we go, getting into the run. Auto skip is very helpful. So let's get a win here. Come on, give me a good match. Ah, they're camping us. Alright, so if you don't move for 10 seconds, you're invincible. Let them proc up. Someone moved, so I had to step out. And this is going to be tough. This doesn't look like we're going to win. Oh, come on! I hit that dash. I wasn't doing it. Oh, alright, alright. Come on. Shield charge. I'm pressing it. It's not doing anything. Oh boy. Oh boy. What do we got? Oop, dashed the wrong way. Ready, freeze. Nice. Did we do it? Yeah! That was a tough matchup, but we did it. And you don't really need to res. It doesn't make a difference. Yeah. Alright, yeah, see, he just left. As an Immortal, it doesn't make a difference. If you die, even if you get rezzed, at least it used to be that you just don't get the points. What are contribution points? You know, Immortal contribution points, or hilts, or you get nothing. Literally 60 seconds full DPS, and that absorb shield took it all. Yeah. Speaking of shields, since I am trying to be, like I said, more tanky and survivey, I have my, what's it called? Not these. Oh wait, Ancestral. Don't get me started. All right. Well, so my Ancestral property is the one that gives you a shield, and this is, I think all shields are scale off of your life, so that's yet another reason why I'm always boosting life over damage. So I have this shield, and I think I have a couple gems that give shields. So I have a bunch of different kinds of shields that happen. So because of that, I picked the what am I trying to think of? There's so many different things in this game now. What's it called? Oh, is it the curse? Yeah, I think the cursed properties, which now it's gone because, oh my god, cursed properties is so stupid. I had it where my cursed property was the one that when you have a shield, if anyone hits you, it does damage back to them. And since I have so many different shields, that was very helpful. So that's why I was talking about the shields. But on this topic, I would just complain that cursed properties kind of suck and kind of ruined ancestral properties. Because look, I don't even have anything that procs ancestral properties now. So, I used to have it where, are we all still here? Okay. I don't know if we'll get another run. But I used to have it where, I had a bunch of different things that would proc the ancestral property, you know, especially, you know, when you dash, there's a 50% chance to proc it. And I think I had that twice, at, you know, 2 versions of that at one point. And since this is a dash build with 5 different dashes, 3 falling sword dashes and 2 shield charge dashes, then that was proccing a lot. And I think now there's, you know, some gear has no cursed or ancestral properties. Then some gear has cursed properties. Some has ancestral properties. It's just too many different kinds of gear, and you know, I keep doing like the purification. It's called. It's like reforging for curses. You know, and I get it back to where I have the one that does damage back to people when you have a shield. But as you can see, I don't have it anymore because I guess that was kind of the same with the ancestral properties, but I was going to say because you get new gear and you change gear so often that the things you had, the gear you had, you know, is gone now and doesn't have that property on it. I'm glad no one moved in the beginning. Someone did. So, yeah. Yeah, 10 seconds at the beginning of the vault. If you don't move or press any abilities or anything, you'll be invincible for 10 seconds. So when they're spawn camping you, when you're an immortal and the shadows are spawn camping you, you just sit there and let them, you know, use all their skills and probably proc some stuff that, you know, procs off of skills and stuff like that. You know, now they're on cooldowns and stuff, and then you pop out. Unfortunately, you know, if I pop out before anyone else and hit my shields right away, it won't shield them if they haven't moved yet. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess that's kind of fair. So, should I have my ultimate? Let's, you can do it at any blacksmith, right? Alright, check it out, the Blood Knight portal. So cool, but it disappears like too fast in my opinion. Not that that's a huge deal, but can I do the purification at any blacksmith?
Need something reforged?
Yeah. Okay, so what do we got here? That's the one I was talking about, Nettled. After you gain a shield, every time you're hit, you counterattack all it's all nearby enemies, so they do have to be close to you. But being melee, I am always trying to be close to someone. That one is just, I got that gear with it on. This one, you know, since it's a dash build, you would think this is pretty good, but I don't, you know, you're leaving a trail of flames behind you when you use a dash, but you know, it's not going to do that much damage, and it'll be easy to just, for the enemy to just go around. Or they'll probably just go through it because it doesn't really do a ton of damage. And then this one, I feel like I see the most on gear, where your primary attack makes these 3 lines go out on the ground that deal, what is it? Is it damage over time? Continuous damage, yeah, I guess. Damage over time is always nice in PvP, especially in Battlegrounds, because it could, if someone's not careful and they go to bandage and they still have a dot on them, it'll stop the bandaging. So let's get Nettled, and after you kill an enemy, yeah, that's not good for PvP unless you're like super high resonance and just plowing through people. So let's try to turn this into another Nettled. Well, actually, this is something you should look at, is what's the negative property on that, and considering these are only about as powerful as ancestral properties, I kind of think it's pretty crappy that these have to come with negative properties. So,
back to work then.
He's got to go. We'll try to find someone. So let me, the best, alright, I'm just going to set up a party thing now. Hopefully those people are going to stay. The vaults, create. Should I see who's on here? I forget who is immortal here. Yeah. Try that one. Nege.
I will be your
Oh,
shield.
alright, alright. Did you join? Nice. Alright, let's go. What's his resonance? Let's check it out. And, okay. Another DH. Nice. Those are some good damage and life stats, and only 2.1k resonance, so that's pretty cool. So we're still at about where we were, and we still have 2 DHs and 2 Satyrs. Stupid party setup. But back to the cursed properties and how much they suck. Yeah, they each come with negative properties. So if you look, let's look down here. So Nettled, but then the negative property, dulled. Damage dealt to shielded enemies is reduced by 4%. That's not that bad. You know, where I was going with this is, in case you didn't know, when you're doing curses, you know, you want to pick the ones that have the least bad negative properties. So that one's not that bad. I don't mind having that one. The ideal scenario is when you find one that have negative properties that don't even apply to you. Like there's one that reduces continual damage, and I don't have any continual damage in this build. So what's the negative on this? Damage dealt is reduced by 4% for 1 second after defeating an enemy. That's not that bad either, because involved there's only 4 enemies, and you're not going through them that fast, and 4% isn't that much. I mean, most of these are small percentages, yes, but I still think it sucks that you have to get a negative property. This negative one is primary attack damage reduced by 3%. It's not too bad, but I don't really like it because I do use my primary a lot in this build. And the negative one on here is also primary attack reduced by 3. So I'll take this one. What was it again? After killing an enemy. So I'll turn that one into another Nettled so that we have Nettled Curse.
What could I do for you?
Assuming we can actually get it. So let's say we want Nettled. Come on, Nettled. No. Come on, Nettled. Come on, no whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Nope. I was just actually reading what that one was. I forgot. Summons. I don't have any summons. So this would give me, because since I have another one with Lashed, so it deals 24% of your damage per second over 3. Yeah, it's the damage over time. It's pretty cool. But no, I want Nettled. Give me that Nettled. That's not Nettled. There it is. Alright. Cool. So now we have Nettled 2-piece, and it does get stronger the more, so if I did like 4 pieces of it, but I don't really want those other 2 negative effects. So as you can see here, the 2-piece, when I get a shield, for 6 seconds, which is a pretty solid amount of time, that's more than my shields are going to last probably, most of them, 40% of your damage to nearby enemies when someone attacks you. That's pretty cool. If I do 4-piece, then it increases the damage by 8%, so it'll be at 48% damage, and then it'll be at 56% damage if I get the 6-piece. But that's just so many negative properties for such a kind of minor advantage. So I'm not going to do anything with these 2. And, if these happened to be the same, I would change one just because I don't care really about any more curses, like having the good stuff, and I don't want the negatives from this. So, cursed properties suck is the main point there. So, I think we'll get one more run in my badass dash build with my badass Blood Knight cosmetic thing. Pretty cool. I like it. I'm just doing it because it's kind of new. It's fresh, but I'll eventually change back. Maybe in 1 or 2 millennium. No, I will change back eventually to because this one doesn't let you take off your helmet, and as I said in that video not recent, but one of the most recent ones that I've made with the cosmetic that I got for pre-ordering Diablo 4. Can't take the helmet off that, can't take the helmet off this one, right? Yeah, no, you can't. And having your helmet off is so cool. So I'm probably going to change. I don't actually see it that often, so it's almost like its own cool cosmetic to have a crappy cosmetic that lets you take your helmet off. So that one for me is Legacy of the Herodric Legacy. And yeah, there it is. Show off my cool green makeup. I got to change my hair color to green. I keep forgetting. I was going to do it in a video. I should just, I should just do it because I'm never going to do that. But we will stick with the Blood Knight for now. This one came with, wait, what is this? Oh, that's the one that came with the, for the pre-ordering of that? For the pre-ordering Diablo 4. That with the Blood Knight weapon kind of looks pretty cool. I guess it's better to have the full thing. This one, I think, came with, like, one of the first, like, when you're low level early in the game, what do you call it? Bundles that you can buy. So, yes, like, as someone said on one of my videos early on, like a year ago, oh, you're not free to play, you have, all these orbs. Yeah, but look at my stats. Like, free to play is... this is free to play. To be considered not free to play, I mean, you have like a few K resonance and you've put, a few $100 minimum into the game. What I did is I bought the 100. I bought a couple of the beginning bundles, like the one that gave me that cosmetic. They're like $2 or $3, and then the reason I have all these orbs is I bought the $100. $100 worth of orbs, and because I was thinking, I didn't understand how 5-star gems worked. I thought if I got a 2-star quality of a 5-star gem, that the amount of gem power and stuff that it would take to upgrade it would be the same as a regular 2-star gem. Obviously, I was dead wrong, so I quickly realized, the error of my ways and regretted spending the money. And, that's still... I still have a bunch of orbs left that I'm just never going to use. Unless they somehow ever make a way to earn orbs for free. Even if it's super slow, if you could get like 1 per week or something, there should be something like that. But it's an app, it's a pay-to-win game. Can't really expect that. So, anyways, the money I put in there really didn't get me much. It allowed me to buy, like, I think this Phoenix Ashes. Yeah, that's the first thing I bought. I was like, oh man, I'm dying in PvP all the time. This shield is going to keep me from dying and give me an awesome shield. And 530% of your base damage. Well, the thing I also didn't realize, so I mean, it is a pretty decent shield. Still not great, but in PvP, all legendary gems, all these things that they do are reduced by 66%, if I recall. So this shield is kind of worthless. I complain about it, but it has saved me a few times. But yeah, the money I put in really didn't get me anywhere. As you can see, I'm like not even 1K on some of my builds. I am. Although I do have a tons of gems, I just haven't been keeping up with upgrading them, but I also haven't really wanted to that badly because in Vault, which is my go-to thing in this game, because PvP is always my favorite part of any game, and Vault is a lot more winnable than Battlegrounds, as free-to-play and casual, or just generally weaker players. So, since Vault tries to match you up with an equal average resonance group, I was fine with staying low resonance because it brings the average of the group down and we get better matchups. So I don't really have a huge incentive to upgrade these gems and increase my resonance. But I guess at the same time, you know, it would increase my damage in life quite a bit. So, like, I could probably get to, I don't know, 1500, maybe even 2k resonance with all the stuff that I have that I just haven't really done much with upgrading gems and stuff. Now, as free-to-play and casual, I highly recommend not having too many 5-star gems because they take a lot to upgrade. Tons of gem power. Just to get to level 2, I think it's 50 gem power. Then level 3 is 75 gem power and maybe even a duplicate already, and it just gets worse from there with having to get duplicates of the gem and stuff and tons of gem power. So it's a very slow progression. So for free-to-play casual, it's not recommended to have more than... They used to say 2. I think it used to be the rule of thumb. If you're free-to-play casual, don't have more than 2. But now that you have this extra main hand and offhand, maybe 3, maybe 4. But it's probably ideally 2 still. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a 1-star. 5, 6, 7 out of my 8 legendary gems are 5 stars. Highly inadvisable, but I kind of, you know, even though it's a super slow progression, like I said, I don't really mind having lower resonance. Are we going to get in? We're in position 4. I don't think we're going to get in. I'm going to turn off the auto skip, give us a better chance, and I'm going to warn them. Turned off auto skip. So we may get a tough matchups. So we may get a tough matchup. Be ready. Ready. Oh, I can spell. Realistically, it's 3 minutes past the hour. Probably not going to get in. Let's see. Can someone check on active shadow raids? I guess I should. Shouldn't have to, but vault raids. A lot of most people have an alt, and I know there's a bunch of people in our current Immortals that have shadow alts, so they can check, and I will see what they say. But I think even that can be misleading because, you know, they go up to the vault as a shadow and it says 2 active raids or something. From what I understand, that's only counting no invaders. That's only counting people that are on the 4th floor. It only... I don't think it's common knowledge. Counts raids on 4th floor. 5 for 6 is great. Yeah. Yeah, 1 loss today. First loss of this Immortal reign. Should have done this live stream one of the past few days where I went undefeated in my vault sessions. It was almost like we didn't even have any good matchups though. It was like all easy, just you're dead, you know? Just look at them and they're dead. So that wouldn't have been as entertaining. So you can see me lose once so that you can see that, like, the $100 I put into this game did nothing for me. You know, if you're new to the game and you're, like, considering putting money in, don't. Besides maybe the couple early bundles that are just, like, a few bucks. Especially that one that gives you the cosmetic that I was talking about, the Heroic Legacy one, if that's still a thing, a bundle. But after that, don't put money into the game. It's not, it's just, it's gacha. It's gacha gaming. and it will gotch you. You just need so much money. The people who have like, you know, 7K, 8K, those top people, they put like $100,000 into this game. That's just absurd. Even if I had $1 million, I don't know I'd put that much into a game. But then again, maybe I would, because then you'd dominate, and then more people would watch my videos because I'm so badass, right? So should I put 100 grand into this game? I don't actually have any 100 grands. But, oh, we're number 2. Probably just because people exited the line. The queue. The QU. But, we'll wait. I'll wait until someone leaves. I'll give you a quick glance at my dash build setup. Boom, and that's all you get. You gotta go check the video to see the builds. But I like it. It works well. As I have explained, I feel like I need to have a 4-piece mount banks for survival in PvP to give me that 33% of your max life as a shield. When you take damage, you have a 20% chance to get that shield. And then, since it's a dash build, I got 2 pieces of Gloom Guides, so that whenever I use a dash, I'm increasing my damage by 15% for 3 seconds. So that is 15 seconds worth of increased damage by 15%, since I have 5 dashes. So like, boom. Look, Gloom Guide. Boom. Gloom Guide. Boom. If you wait till the very end, and then both of the shield charges as well, which you can't use if there's no target. Kind of annoying. I think this is the only essence of shield charge that you can't use for movement, like just to get around faster. If there's no target, you just can't use it. Kind of annoying, but whatevs. All right, we're first in line. And I turned off auto skip, so this, if we do go in, this could be a hard loss, but I just want to get another run. And I was gonna say I'll just wait here and not go out into the world to proc anything. I want to be have all my cooldowns and everything ready. But charms. But it probably doesn't matter. I don't think we're actually gonna get to go again. Charms. I recorded a video and never put it out about how charms are a great way to make platinum. Now it's a lot less great than it used to be. The prices you can sell them for have gone down a lot, but you can still make a profit. Because you know you got to upgrade the charm up to level 5 and then extract it as a skill stone, and that costs 500 platinum. But at least on my server, a lot of the skill stones are selling for like, the good ones are like in the 900s, and then other ones are like 800s, maybe 700s. But if you happen to get a Blood Knight skill on a charm, there are very few of those skill stones in the market, so you can sell those for as high as it'll let you go. Kind of annoying that you can't like I had one and I did that, and it won't let you go to like some percentage past whatever the highest priced skill stone is. So I couldn't go to the max price of 2,500, but it let me put it up to like 2,000 platinum as the price or something like that, and it sold because it was the only one with that skill, and Blood Knight's new, everybody's trying it. Alright, he left. See, that's when you get someone who's not like, wait, was he one of my friends? He was. I was like, not a friend. They're not gonna wait around. But yeah, it was pretty clear. I don't think we were gonna get in again. So charms. If you happen to get one with a Blood Knight skill, rank that up, extract it to a skill stone, and sell it for as much as you can. Even if there is like 1 or 2 other of that same skill stone being sold for like a lower price. There's just so few that it should sell. And again, I'm generalizing. You know, I've had people be like, well, not on my server. I can't sell gems or skill stones for crap. Sorry. This is on my server, and I think most servers that are still pretty active have decent prices. You know, not anywhere like it used to be. Like, it used to be able to sell the good ones for more like 2,000 platinum skill stones, but you can still make a profit. And if you are on a pretty dead server, I think maybe you just need to transfer to a more active server. And if you are someone who is in a clan that never becomes immortal, see if you can get into a clan that does. You know, since a lot of people have left the game for D4, there are openings. So you can probably make your way into a clan that, you know, sometimes becomes immortal. And it's pretty cool, although the amount of activities, like the amount of time you have to put into it and what you get back for it, it's not really worth it, kind of. In the sense that, like, it doesn't give you as much as it should for the time you put in, but it is awesome being able to run Vault as Immortals and win like most of your vaults, even as a really weak player like myself. So if you have never been Immortal, you should try to get into a clan. Now, obviously, you're going to need to be like decently strong for them to accept you, or like, you know, close to you're pretty new, but you're getting up to almost server level, and you're pretty strong, and you're a very active player. Then they might, you know, accept you. So I am one level above server. We're at 850 now. Oh yeah, cheers. Do I have cheers? No. Celebrate. Okay. What's that one called? Congratulations. Oh, that's just stupid. Alright. I don't have cheers, so I couldn't cheers back, but cheers, little Tama, whatever, however you say that. That's a player I've done Vault with quite often. If you look at some of my older Vault videos, that player has been with me. Alright, so what am I doing? I guess we're done here. Just wanted to do something, because I haven't done something in a while. I miss you guys. Just wanted to say hi. And, you know, I really don't have much time, which is unfortunate right now, because I have so many videos I want to make. Maybe I'll just post some stuff without, you know, like I always say, without doing too much crazy editing, because that's what always takes so long. I just can't help it. But it's really, I guess, not worth it at this point. But hopefully I'll be able to put out stuff here and there very slowly, and eventually get to a place where I can have some more time to do this, because I do really enjoy making videos, and it would be great if I could build the channel to the point where I could actually make money off it, and then maybe, you know, slowly get bigger and bigger to a point where I could actually do this for a job. But, you know, it's also, I would love to do it, but it's also not the greatest. Like, so many creators, I feel like every big creator you watch, they always have a video somewhere where, like, oh, I'm having a mental breakdown, and, you know, it seems to happen to all of them. So maybe it's a stressful job, and it doesn't come with, you know, a 401k or health insurance or anything. So I don't know. I just love editing videos and putting together videos and being funny. So, and video games. So, like, that all makes me want to do this a lot. But, you know, I don't have as much time as I would like, as I, you know, obviously to put out videos very often. And Diablo Immortal is my main focus, because let alone having time for making videos, I don't have as much time to game either. And I barely have played Diablo 4 Like, I have one character, I have a druid is like level 20. And I've been sticking with this because I'm actually surprised at how active this game still is. It helps to be on maybe certain servers that are more active, and for me, I was very lucky to find this alliance of clans early on in the game that is very strong and becomes Immortals quite often. And they're just good people. Like you become friends with them. So the whole MMO thing. It's even though Diablo 4 is whatever. I like this game. Certain things about it. It is a very different, while still like part of the Diablo franchise and essentially a similar game. There are a lot of differences, and one thing I really like about this is you don't have to manage resources like mana or spirit, rage, whatever the one for Barb is called in D4. Fury, is that what? I forget. But that resource that allows you to use abilities. Instead, you're just managing cooldowns, and it's like this is like a more simplified Diablo, which I really like. Yet there is still a ton to it, and there's always adding more. Although, in my opinion, cursed properties kind of suck. But I hope they don't ever add some other types of properties, because then it's just like, even just with cursed and ancestral, it's just now there's so many different things you can get on gear that it's hard to actually get any of these. Like, I used to have like 5 different things that would proc my ancestral property. Now I have nothing. Do I have any, like, yeah, that has nothing on it. Well, obviously, oh yeah, no, yeah, nothing. So yeah, I'm just rambling, just trying to make some video stuff. Just because I haven't done anything, just stuff to talk about. There's been a lot of changes to the game. This secondary main hand and offhand is pretty sweet. And so here's another thing. If you look, I was leveling each piece of gear 5 levels at a time to get that next bonus attribute. And I almost had this one up to 21. So these 3 right here, I do before, and then I would do those 3 because these ones give you the better stats, strength and vitality, or intelligence and vitality. So then I did that to 21, that to 21, this one almost to 21, and then they released the new stuff. So now I'm going to get these all up to 16, these both, and then I'll get that to 21, and then that to 21, that to 21, then these 3. But I mean, it, like I said, they added so much stuff to this game, so the second main hand offhand does a lot for you besides having 2 more legendary gems. Now you can boost your resonance and have, those things that the legendary gems do, those abilities. It's just like a lot more you can have on your builds. It lets you have more essences, and I didn't realize this at first, but you can have different essences on your 2 main hands or on the offhands, and they will both apply to your skills as long as they don't conflict. There are a lot of conflicting things, but so like in this one, this essence on this main hand gives me the falling sword, surging sword that makes it a dash. But then this one has one of the newer essences where punish enemies hit by it, and that I'm using punish as my primary, take increased damage from subsequent hits by it. So it's like another cool little thing. Did I do different ones on this? Punish gives you, while you have hardened senses, your blocks trigger an explosion on nearby enemies, and then that just doesn't even apply, explosive shield. I just didn't bother changing that one. There wasn't another one that wouldn't conflict, but it opens up a lot more. You can have a lot more essences now too, which is cool. And the other thing I was going to say is that, upgrading these means even more of these bonus attributes, which makes Reforge Stones a lot more valuable again. And yet, unfortunately, Battlegrounds have changed to where the season used to end whenever the Immortal Reign ended. So, like, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, like, they weren't going that long these days. But the Immortal Reign ends. Now the Battleground season ends. You get all your a bunch of Reforge Stones. Now the Battleground season is like it's either a month and a half or 2.5. I think it's 6 weeks. So now it takes a lot longer to get Reforge Stones that are even more valuable. So I actually have been starting to buy them from the Hilts Trader, which I never used to do, because it takes like I probably spent 200 to 300 Reforge Stones trying to get this one bonus attribute to be max life 2%, which is the highest that one goes, and 1% is all I could ever get. And now I'm not even worried about that. I'm worried about these new ones, trying to get decent stuff on these. As I've said in my builds, I'm trying to maximize life as much as possible, so I'm going for max life on both of these as well, and I haven't even been able to get one on this piece of gear, and this one I only got 0.5%. But the new main hand offhand, having a second set of those adds a lot of cool things to the game. So good job, guys, on that. And with that comes stances. Each class has 2 different stances that you can switch between. And what they do is different for every class. So for Satyr, right when you switch to one of your stances, it does like a better effect for 3 seconds, but then after that it still has an effect. So this, when I switch to it, it'll increase my crit on skills by 20% for 3 seconds, but then after that 3 seconds it still is increasing it by 10%. And then when I switch to my fortified stance, it gives you a 30% of your max life absorption shield for 3 seconds, and then while you're in that stance, incoming damage reduced by 10%, which is pretty sweet. So I stay in the focused stance, and then if I'm in PvP, I'm dying, I'm having a tough time, switch over to that, get that shields, and also be taking reduced damage. But you gotta wait 30 seconds before you can switch back. So keep that in mind. And there's so many new things in this game. I often forget to switch my to use that in PvP and stuff, which is where it really matters the most. But yeah, I've rambled, I think, long enough. I had a lot of stuff to talk about, all the stuff I've been talking about since we were done with the vault, and even some of the stuff while we were waiting for runs, is stuff that I wanted to make videos on. Probably won't get to, so for those of you checking this out, good job. Thank you for watching. And stick with me. Don't unsubscribe. What are you doing? Don't do that. As you can see, I barely ever put out videos at this point, so just subscribe and hit the bell. I'm not just saying it because you got to say it as a creator. Do it, because I don't want you to miss anything. And at this rate, I'm putting things out once a month tops, so I'm not blowing up your feed. Okay, so like it, subscribe, hit the bell, stick with me, and try to slowly grow the channel, and hopefully it can become something more at some point. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I don't know how I'm going to stop this because I can't. Hold on. Oh yeah, okay. I gotta stop the projection. Let's see, how's this gonna work? Oh boy. Can I minimize? Hold on. Wait a tick. Can I do this? Oh, nope. Alright. Well, there you go. That's my kids. I'm a dad. There you go. That's one of the reasons why I don't have a lot of time. Yes, thanks for watching. Stick with me. I'll catch you next time. And now you're going to get to see my laptop for a second. But yeah. Peace out. How do I get this? All right. Such a free-to-play content creator. All right. Whoa, this is crazy.